As the blues form gained popularity, it was adapted to a number of styles and instruments. Like blacks elsewhere in the South, Virginia musicians found the guitar to be particularly well suited to playing blues. With precise, complex fingerpicking, many Virginia artists perform blues in a ragtime style.
I love my western cranes I can be. I love my western cranes I can be. My new bootlegger, he's trying to poison me. I take one drink last night, almost lost my...
Well, John Jackson was a very generous and beloved man. I mean, I don't know anyone who's ever met him who didn't just think he was wonderful, because he was. And he was very encouraging. And when I first met him, he used to call me up to play like a couple of songs, not the whole set, but you know, he'd say, "Come on up and play, bring your guitar." So that was very good for me and encouraging. And I also used to go out and visit him, and he didn't really teach, like, you know, go step by step real slow or anything. The way John did, he would show you things. At least this is how it happened with me. So John would be sitting here, I'd be sitting here, and John would be playing, I don't know. And then I'd sort of try and do half of what he did, or even a quarter of what he did. But he had his granddaughter, Nisi, was about this big at the time. And she could sing along with every intricate break that John did. You know, John did a lot of really fancy guitar stuff, and she, little tiny thing, would sing right along with it, just along with the guitar. So I always remember that as a really neat kind of experience. And this is a song that John did. This is not his arrangement, because that was kind of beyond me. But anyway, I want to do this song kind of in honor of John. I thought I'd do a few songs in honor of different people of that generation and the locale. But I can use help if you feel like it, okay? It's a call and response tradition in blues. And this is a version of Kansas City. And basically, when I say move to Kansas City, if you are so inclined, you can say, back to me, move to Kansas City. And then if there's somebody you're really mad with, you can do the next line, which is, honey, where they don't allow you. So, up to you. But anyway, here goes. The day that you quit me, you never said a word. Nothing I done, it must be something you heard. I'm gonna move to Kansas City. That's you. I'm gonna move to Kansas City. That's you. I'm gonna move to Kansas City, honey, where they don't allow you. That's you too if you want it. The day that you quit me, you should put me down. I wouldn't mind it so bad. The news is all over town. I'm gonna move to Kansas City. I'm gonna move to Kansas City. I'm gonna move to Kansas City, honey, where they don't allow you.
So I had, with this terrible band that I had in high school, I got hired to play at this square in Alexandria, Virginia. Anybody ever been to Alexandria, Virginia? Yeah, I hate Alexandria. So there was an old guy who restored paintings. His name was Philip Roberts, and they called him the mayor of Cameron Street. And for some reason, he heard about my band, and he hired us to come and play. And to start the night off, he hired John Jackson. And so I'm there with my terrible band, and we're, hanging around, getting set up. And here comes this couple that brings with them this whole ecosystem. It's like John Jackson showed up, and the whole space changed. And so we went from sitting like on Plaza to sitting. It felt like a living room. And it felt like I'm sure there wasn't couches and lounge chairs, but that's what it felt like. And John and Cora Jackson both had these collapsible metal cups, and they had this nice bottle of brown liquor, and it transformed the whole thing. And so I was born in Washington, D.C., and my family, had migrated to Washington, D.C. from Titusville, Alabama. And so growing up for me, my neighborhood was like a big old southern town. And my idea of home, my definition of home was what my mother called home. And what she called home was Titusville, Alabama. So whenever she used that word home, that's what it meant, Titusville, Alabama. So I feel like being born in Washington, that I spent a lot of time looking for connections that felt like home. And meeting Cora and John Jackson, that definitely felt like home to me. And I felt a strong connection. Of course, at that time, John had traveled all over the U.S. and quite a bit throughout the world. And he didn't know me from Adam, but he invited me to come and play some festivals with him. And the amazing thing, he had heard me and my terrible band play, and he still invited me. And that's how generous he was. Anyway,
I'm going to play a little tune for you right now that I made up. When I talk about home, I spent a lot of summers down there in Titusville, and I think really where I fell in love with this music that I've spent my life playing was hanging outside my grandmother's church. On Wednesday night, I would walk her to church, and I would wait outside while they held the prayer meetings. And they would sing prayers and praises. And it was just the elder women of the church, and one of the women would sing a line, and then the rest of the congregation would answer back. And I have told that story so many times that I begin to wonder if it really happened. So I made up this song to kind of keep it sharp in my memory. So here's a little bit of prayers and praises, a little bit of Wednesday night prayer meeting with a little bit of Sunday morning stuck in there.
play a song in here now. It's called the Fairfax Station Blues. Of course, where Uncle Johnny lived. And I went to see Uncle Johnny in the hospital, and I couldn't get in the room. It was so many nurses and doctors and you name it was in the room. You could not get in the room. And I said to myself, uh-oh, this is not a very good sign. Then all of a sudden I heard some laughing and some clapping. He was laying in the bed entertaining the doctors and the nurses, playing music for him. And the last song I heard him play was this song called the Fairfax Station Blues. Goes a little bit like this.